Brake Schmitt Part 2. This is X081X's rig. We got the Garvey air jack right there. It says the brakes are noisy or pulsating or something. So good thing I just did a brake job, so I know what I'm doing. There's nothing wrong on this side. Probably nothing wrong on the other side. We'll have to see. Blocked off the rear wheel. He didn't think of that. So the fun part, we got the caliper back on. I'm going to tighten the bolts up. I get to be the teacher this time. That's fun. This is why you size the compressor to the job and not buy based on price. The Alloy Man impact gun. Wow, those pads are groovy.
So when we found out that on the back is a groove, in a perfect world you should be able to bring this to a mechanic and say, oh hey, listen, how much to redo my rotors? Okay, they go back and forth with a lathe, however much, you definitely replace the pads, you're done. So what happened was, now you bring this to a mechanic. You don't have the luxury, the know-how, or you can't do this. And he's going to take this off, and he's going to tell you, and he's going to find what we found. And he's going to call you up, and he's going to say, hey, Mr. Joe, what's up? It's Billy. Yeah, what's up, Billy? Yeah, so I got this little problem here. The back rotor's got a hiccup in it. What's that mean? Maybe a rock, a pebble, maybe even from the factory. So what happens is you got a groove. So unfortunately, it's front, back, or one or the other. Oh, okay, what about the fronts? All right, I got rotors and 4 pads here. I got $225 for labor, parts, and probably about an hour each side, so about $550. I could have it done tomorrow because it's 3:30, even though I gave you the car at 9. And then you say to yourself, well, I need to stop. I don't know how to do it myself. Okay. And then what he really should do is change everything. But unfortunately, 50% out there will just change this rotor and this pad. Now you could tell through the rims that he's gonna replace them, but don't be surprised in some backwoods where it's like you're just buying this and you're just buying the pads. You write down there's 45,000 miles. That one could be left alone. But unfortunately, I'm not going out right now. We know that the culprit is probably that. We're gonna put this all back. Jay's gonna test drive it. He's gonna tell me exactly what he already knows. And then in the back of my mind, I'm going to know that I'm going to need front rotors and pads just because of this little dimple that you just saw when he turned around and said.
Or you can just live with it.
Right. Or you could just brake really, really hard and it'll go away.
Right, keep grinding it down.
Till you find it. Okay, JK18's going to press the brakes. And you're going to hear him pressing the brakes. And clicking and clanking and go. Yeah, not so much on this side, but it did. Clink and clink. All right, well, we're done inspecting it. Jay's driving it. I drove it.
Yeah, this is my first time driving it. It's trucky. I've never driven this before. So we determined that the pads and the rotors on the passenger side are potentially okay. I could definitely feel
a shimmy,
a little something in there.
And then we determined that on the driver's side, front is okay, and there's a little groove on the inside of the driver's side. And now the bus, oh, we're gonna stop. There you go. Right, I've recorded you.
Well, you did good on your first brake job.
Yeah, technically it's a brake job. I just took them off and put them back on, right? I guess it's a half brake job because we didn't unbolt the bracket, but I did actually push back the calipers, and I don't feel, neither does Jay.
Quite frankly, I mean, this is probably better than my car with its warped rotors. So I don't know. It seems all right to me. There is definitely a little something
groovy.
Groovy.
Yeah, you could hear that. Yep, there is, but that could be dust and micro.
That's just corrosion.
Right, microfibers, fiber. So squeaking is whatever. It's not stopping is when that's the problem. All right, we gotta wrap this up when we get in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely hear like a yee, 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 yee. You shouldn't have squeaking, right?
It shouldn't be.
Because we took it off. Yeah, it doesn't have to be perfect.
It's good.
Yeah. All right, well, no video.
Anyway, that was Italian does brakes for the first time in his life. After I've only done it once, from my dad pointing and saying, turn that. It worked. We didn't die, so I guess I learned something. Thanks, Dad. Awesome. Thanks so much to everybody for watching. I really appreciate it. Like, subscribe, click all those buttons, ring the bell for Arby's, all that great stuff. And take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Take it easy.